welcome back to Green-Eyed Starlet. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Brandy and I'm working to live a life worth living through art, movement, and exploration. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I figured that I, especially, but maybe some of you, could really use a reset day. Basically, my apartment has gotten out of hand. There's just a lot of mess, both in my physical realm and in my mental realm, and I just want to kind of clean it up and get it ready for a fresh new start. This is in no way going to be a deep cleaning video. If you guys would like to see a deep cleaning video with me, feel free to comment that down below and maybe I can make one of those in the future. But this is going to be more of things that I would like to do on a weekly basis to just kind of reset my week, reset my life, so that I can keep the chaos to a minimum. I'm going to be completely honest, this isn't something that I do every week, but I wish I would. So if you'd like to see some of the ways that I reset my life and the world around me, make sure that you hit that like button because it helps out the channel a ton, and keep watching. So I like to set up my reset days into 3 different categories. The first being cleaning. Now when it comes to cleaning, I like to start with my electronics. The reason I like doing this is because it allows me to kind of like slowly get into the mode of cleaning, because let's face it, cleaning can suck. And I find that over time, my phone and my computer and my SD cards and my hard drives get to be a crazy mess. So that's what I like to start with first. I generally like to start by cleaning off my cell phone so that I can get off my phone as quickly as possible, because otherwise I might get stuck on my phone and then not do anything. So when I'm on my phone, I like to clean off any screenshots that I don't need anymore, any photos that I don't need anymore. I generally go in and clear the cache on a few apps that I have. I also go through and see if there are any apps that I could delete or just get rid of altogether. During staying at home and everything, I've actually deleted a lot of my travel apps off my phone. One, to save space, but also I don't really want to look at a bunch of travel apps when I can't go anywhere. So kind of out of sight, out of mind, not making me a sad kind of thing, you know? I also like to go through my text messages and clear any conversations that I don't want to keep. Once I'm done clearing off everything that I need to clear off on my phone, I turn on a Spotify playlist and then I put it to the side and hopefully don't touch it for the rest of the day, unless I'm texting Ben, probably. And this is where I move on to my computer. Now, one thing that I could have done on my phone, but I choose not to because I want to get off my phone as soon as possible, is cleaning out my emails. So that is the next thing that I do, because I am notorious at not reading or opening or cleaning out my emails for long periods of time. And I have about 5 different emails that I have emails sent to. So I generally try to go through all of those emails. It generally takes me probably like 10-15 minutes because I just kind of alt delete everything. Is that the best practice? Probably not, but it makes my brain feel a lot better. From here, I like to go over to like my desktop, my downloads and stuff like that on my computer and go through those, either put stuff in the right folders that they need to be in if I want to keep them for further use, or just delete them altogether. I'm telling you, there is no better joy than watching you get more storage on your computer. I don't have a lot of storage on my computer to start with, so SD cards and more importantly hard drives are my best friend. Speaking of SDs and hard drives, after I've cleaned off my computer, I've gone through my emails, the next step is going to my SD cards. Now I have 4 different SD cards that I use for my YouTube videos and anything else that I'm filming or taking pictures of. I like to go through those from smallest to largest. So I have 2 32 gigabytes and 2 64 gigabytes that I own. And I generally start with one of the 32. I go through and I try to either organize or delete everything that is on it. Some of that stuff I like to keep. If I do want to keep that, then I pop in one of my hard drives and put that into a folder on my hard drive. Now I have 2 different hard drives as well, which we'll go over in a second. Once I've gone through the SD cards, I completely wipe them, make sure that they're completely clean, so then I have room to make more videos on. I generally do this probably every quarter. I wish I did this every week. I probably should do this every week, so then I didn't have this massive, like, overwhelming load of footage and being like, what is this even of? Do I need this still? I don't know. I find that because I have 4 different SD cards that I use and they're all various large gigabyte storage capacity, I generally don't have to do this except for, you know, once every 3 months. But again, probably should be proactive and not reactive. Now, once I've gone through all of my SD cards, like I said, I have 2 different hard drives that I use. And this one is important because basically one of the hard drives is all YouTube videos. The reason for this is because if anything, God forbid, ever happened to any of my channels that I've had in the past, they're all there, they're all titled, and they're all labeled into years, which is so nice. I'm not always organized, but when I am, it makes me so insanely happy. The other hard drive has basically everything else. And when I say everything else, I mean like everything else. That hard drive has been with me through some crazy times, and I really should back up probably both of them onto a second hard drive, because I know a lot of my friends in the film industry and in the editing world are like backup, 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 and I'm over here with just like one backup of each of them. So I probably should back up both of them onto 2 more hard drives, but we're not there yet. Once I'm done with the hard drives, once I'm done with all of that, that completes the digital cleaning for my reset day. And man, does that feel good. It makes working so much easier because I feel like I don't get distracted as much because there's just not as much clutter. From here, I go into my least favorite part of my reset days, and that is the physical cleaning. I like a clean house. I really, really do. I love a clean house. Like, if everything around me is also chaos, I am just like, I'm a no-go, but it's necessary. It's necessary to clean. And like I said, this isn't gonna be a deep clean, thank goodness, but I definitely should probably fit a deep clean in the next month or so, because let's face it, I probably could use it. So when it comes to reset cleaning days, the first thing I do is I go around the entire house and tidy up. And tidying up just basically means picking up everything in the house that is in a spot that it doesn't belong and placing it in the spot that it belongs. This includes things like clothes that are clean but just laying on the floor, things like that. My coffee table gets a little messy sometimes. I just like to tidy up first because that's like the base level of cleaning for me. From there, we do things like dishes and laundry, which are oh so fun. Generally, I'll put a load of laundry in to start because it takes a little bit longer, and then I'll go into the kitchen, do the dishes, either hand washing them or putting whatever I can into the dishwasher, and then I'll start the dishwasher. By that time, usually the first load of laundry is ready to go into the dryer, and then I kind of keep that process going throughout the rest of it. From here, it's important for us to clean up our like crafting section of our house because Ben and I have really gotten into a lot of just really weird and random crafts. It's a little insane, but it's fun, and we've been using our kitchen island countertop to pretty much house all of that stuff. So it's time to clean off that kitchen counter to have the island nice and clean. We actually had this random white storage bin that we've had forever, but that was sitting in our closet empty because we're like, oh, we might need it, we might not, so we didn't get rid of it. But I've decided that it's going to have a new home in the living room next to our trash can where it's kind of tucked in there, and it's going to have all of our crafts in it so that they're still right there ready for us to use, but they're out of the way, and that way we can eat dinner on our kitchen island at the bar again. So once I've cleaned off the island and sanitized it and all of that, I also like to go to the stove because the stove gets really dirty for us. I don't know how we cook or what we do. It doesn't feel like it gets dirty while we're cooking, but then like I'll come back after we've cooked a meal and I'm like, how is it so dirty? I don't understand. So I like to clean off all of the countertops, I like to clean off the stove, and I like to clean off the sink itself because the sink itself can get a little bit dirty, and that's just a no-go for me. From here, I generally like to vacuum. Vacuuming is really important in our apartment because our apartment has carpet in it, and not only do we have a cat, but me and Ben both shed a lot of hair, so it's really important to kind of vacuum that as often as we possibly can. After I'm done vacuuming, I'll generally head into our laundry room where we keep Heath's stuff. Heath is our cat. That includes his litter box and his food bowl and stuff like that. So generally I'll go in and I'll clean out his litter box. I'll make sure that he has fresh water. I'll generally sweep all of that up because that is tile flooring. From there, the last thing on the cleaning list in a reset week is the bathroom, which I always leave the like grossest thing for last because then it's just like, I'm already gross, it's gross. So we head to the bathroom. I'm not a huge fan of cleaning the bathroom at all. So I generally start with the shower. I reorganize like our little soaps and stuff like that just so it looks more aesthetically pleasing. I don't know. I love showering. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know that I love to shower. So it is really important for me for the shower to look nice, to be clean. I'll generally clean the toilet if it needs to, and then depending on how gross the bathroom is, I'll also Swiffer that area to make sure that it is nice and clean. And then I didn't really go over this, but I'll also somewhere in that area do the little things like putting the laundry away, putting the dishes away that I've cleaned, making the bed and stuff like that. I love a good made bed. Love it. And those will just be sprinkled in wherever I deem fit. And then once I'm done with all of the major cleaning, I like to do 2 more little things that I feel like fall into the cleaning category. And that is 1, watering all of my plants. Now my plants all need water at different levels, so I just generally go around, check their soil levels, check how much water they have, and then water them depending on what they need. I'll go out onto the balcony and do the same for all of our veggies and stuff. If I need to, I will transplant some of the plants from one pot to another if necessary. I really should do that with my lettuce soon, but that is going to be for another reset day. And then the last thing I like to do that I think still falls into the cleaning category is I like to cleanse our house. I think it's really important after, you know, you've cleaned the house, you've brought some more positive, high vibe energy into your space. I like to cleanse it of any last minute like negativity that's still holding in the house. Generally, I'll do this either with smoke cleansing, or I really have gotten into water cleansing. So I make a little spray bottle of some herbs, some essential oils, and I like to use moon water because I am a water sign through and through, and I love the moon. So I use moon water quite a lot. So I'll make a little spray bottle of that and just go throughout the house and spray it down. This makes it smell really nice, really clean. And I also feel like there's just so much more like loving, abundant energy that comes from that. If you guys would like to know more about my cleansing sprays, feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know. I'll go over cleansing in general. And once everything is clean, my technology is clean, the house is clean, my space is clean, and just fresh. I like the freshness. It's nice and clean. Then I will kind of move on to my next stage, which is self-care. Now, the reason I put self-care in the middle of the 3 sections is because I feel like self-care is like a little bit of a reward for doing all of the cleaning. Because let's be honest, that's a lot of work. So I like to reward myself a little bit with my reset day, self-care being the next thing that I do. The first thing I generally do is I'll go and take a shower. I'll wash my hair if I need to. If I do end up washing my hair, this is when I'll, you know, like give it a nice wash, and then I'll let the conditioner sit in my hair for like 5 to 10 minutes while I'm washing. I'll generally shave my legs at this point and like exfoliate and stuff like that, because exfoliation is so important. I love when my legs are like super soft and you're like, that is super soft. Once I get out of the shower, I'll do any other little things that I want to do cosmetically, whether I need to, you know, pluck my eyebrows, or if I want to paint my nails, which I don't really paint my nails too often, but I would do all of that after I get out of the shower. I generally change into either my robe or my PJs, get nice and comfy, because for the rest of the day, even though I'm still in reset mode, I just want to be in a little bit more comfy and calm. You know what I mean? Like, the space is clean, I'm clean. Let's get cozy, you know? Generally, this is when I change my Spotify playlist to something more cozy instead of something more like, let's clean, let's do stuff. I'll generally sit down, maybe I'll get some tea if I'm feeling it, a nice drink of some sorts. Sometimes that is alcohol. I'm just gonna be completely honest. Sometimes self-love and self-care includes a little alcohol. I'm a cider fan, personally. And then I like to journal. The reason that I love to journal so much on reset days is not only because I love to journal, like just journaling as a whole has been something that has helped me since I was like 7. Journaling has always helped me clear my mind and really reset back to me and tune back into like my own waves and stuff like that. Like, I feel like we pick up on a lot of frequency and a lot of people's energies. I like journaling because I feel like it allows me to come back to me. I also like to do this before I move into the next section because it allows me to get out any thoughts, anything that's kind of weighing on my mind or my heart or anything like that, kind of get it out onto paper so that I can address it in the next section. So after I'm done journaling, that kind of closes out my self-care part of my reset days, and then I move into the planning section, or the like getting my life together, organizing it all for the next week. Now, like I said, I don't do this whole thing every week, but I really do wish I did. Once I get into the planning section, that's when I sit down, I kind of look at like what I've journaled and stuff like that, and I start planning out my next week. The biggest things that I like to look at first are, when am I uploading YouTube videos? When am I teaching yoga classes? I put those into the schedule first so I can kind of see like my work week. Sometimes I have gigs and stuff, or voiceover work and stuff like that, so I'll also put that into the calendar if I already know it. A lot of those things come up the day before or the day of sometimes, so those I have to give a little wiggle room to my schedule as a whole. But this is also where I like to look at things that maybe I've been neglecting for a while, like maybe, you know, a deep reorganization of my strings for Etsy, or maybe I need to restock a bunch of things for my Etsy, stuff like that. I can put into the calendar. If me and Ben are deciding to go out, you know, kayaking or paddleboarding one week or one day of the week, I'll generally put that into the schedule. If there are any like specific things that I need to film, anything specific that I need to edit, I'll try to put that into the calendar. This doesn't always work. I'm not the best at time blocking and time time management. So a lot of the times I'll put something on the calendar and it might not get done, which is bad and kind of gets me even more stressed out because then I'm like, ugh. But I feel like having this basic overall outline is really, really helpful because if I can get those things done, then I'm like ahead of schedule and ahead of time and just less stress for my mind. When I'm doing all of this planning, I'm not a huge digital planner. Ben is, and I like to put in a lot of my stuff so that Ben can see it and help me get it done in a way because he is really good at keeping me on track and keeping me, you know, getting stuff done. But I truly love putting it in my planner, which I feel like I've neglected so much. 2020 has made my planner just like the saddest thing ever. I'm here all day, I'm sitting at home, so it's been a little harder. Well, there you have it. I know that was a lot. This is truly my weekly reset schedule, my weekly reset routine, if you will. I think resetting is so important for me specifically because I think I'm one of those people, no, I know I'm one of those people who is like, oh, I missed a day. Okay, I'll start next Monday. I am totally that person. I know I am, and I'm trying to fix that and try to work on that because it's not good. If you fall off one day, just start the next. I like having a clean space, a clean house specifically because then it makes me not want to procrastinate on other things. So I'm like, oh, I want to do my work, but like, look at the house, I should clean it. Stuff like that. But what about you guys? Do you have a reset routine? Do you have a reset day? I want to hear from you guys. Leave them down in the comment box down below. Maybe I need to add some things to mine. Maybe I need to take some things off my list. I don't know. I don't know at this point. I really like the day after reset days because then it's like everything is done and everything just feels so perfect. As always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're not already. I post videos every Saturday right now. I am not going to be posting any vlogs for the foreseeable future because I am working on 3 different channels right now. If you'd like, those are in the description box down below. I've been working on this channel, my yoga channel, so Green Eyed Yogi, and my couples channel with my boyfriend Ben, which is B&B Network, if you'd like to go check that out. So I am gonna take a pause on posting weekly vlogs on this channel. They might make a comeback. So yeah, definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single video, and go check out my other channels. Please. Thank you guys so much. We are almost to 1,000, which makes me want to cry, honestly. I am so grateful for each and every single one of you. You have no idea. Okay, I think I've talked long enough. I love you guys so incredibly much. I hope you have a great day, a great week, and I will see you next Saturday with a brand new video. Bye!